Hello, good morning, church, and welcome back to our daily devotion insight. This morning, I want to share a devotion with you entitled Staying the Course. All right, and so let us turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24 to 27. And here it says, "Don't you realize that in a race, everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize? So run to win. All athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will fade away, but we do it for an eternal prize. So I run with purpose in every step. I am not just shadow boxing. I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should. Otherwise, I fear that after preaching to others, I myself might be disqualified." You know, church, I'm sure you have seen how athletes train themselves in their respective sports. They need to undergo a rigorous training regime where they need to have a strict diet, where they need to work out intensely, where they need to have long hours of practice. And the reason that they do that is because they need to get themselves in good shape. Why? So that they are prepared for the game in order to win the game. And all these trainings require one very important aspect, and that is discipline. Without discipline, those athletes, they won't last very long in those trainings, and as a result, they won't be able to be in good shape, and as a result, they won't be able to win the game. And you know, church, this principle of discipline doesn't just apply in sports or any competitions, but it is also applied in our life as well. You know, what is discipline? Okay, so in this passage, the Greek word that is used here is called ekrateutai, okay, which means exercising self-control. It is the ability to keep one's self under control. It is a self-mastery over one's inner desires, thoughts, actions, and words. It is the inner will to say no when a powerful appetite inside you screams yes. You know, when you are tempted to give up, discipline says, hold on. You know, when you are tempted to react, discipline says, respond. When you are tempted to get angry, discipline says, calm down. And when you are tempted to become negative, discipline says, have hope. You know, discipline is the intentional effort where we consciously make the decision and tell ourselves this: I'm going to obey God and follow Him no matter how I feel and no matter what it takes. You know, if we don't have the discipline, we will just live a reckless life. And because why? Because we will just do whatever we want to do. Okay? If we don't have a discipline, we won't be able to stick to the plan that we have, because we will easily be distracted by other things. And we won't be able to reach our goal if we don't have discipline. Why? Because we don't have that endurance or that perseverance to last long in the race. And ultimately, without discipline, we won't be able to be a good example. Why? Because we have failed to walk the talk. We easily, give ourselves to our carnal nature. And so we know that discipline is so important, right? And so how can we cultivate this life of being disciplined? Okay, here is a tip for all of you. Okay, it is by looking at the eternal prize, Jesus Christ. One more time. It is by looking at the eternal prize, that is Jesus Christ. For us to be disciplined, we need to focus on Jesus, all right? So firstly, when we look at Jesus, when we look at the eternal prize, it means that there is a direction. And that direction helps us to stay focused to the purpose, to the plan that God has in store for us. So do not be distracted by the circumstances around us. Do not be distracted by all the problems or challenges around us, but let us focus our eyes on Jesus. And when that happens, there is a direction that help us to focus to the purpose, to His plan, and that is how we are able to be disciplined. Secondly, when we look at Jesus, it means there is a determination. Because by looking at the life of Jesus, we know that Jesus endured the cross for us. Therefore, to be disciplined is to stay determined throughout the hardship that we go through. And thirdly, when we look at Jesus, it means that there's a denial. Because Jesus told us to deny ourselves, pick up the cross, and follow Him. In order for us to be disciplined, it's not about what we desire anymore, but it is about what God desires in our life. Amen? We need to be like John the Baptist, who said, God must increase, I must decrease. So church, in my closing, for us to be able to run this race called life, and for us to be able to win the prize, we must be disciplined, and we need discipline. No matter how hard it's going to be, no matter how uncomfortable it may be, tell yourself this: I'm going to stay the course, and that requires discipline. Amen? May the Lord help us in that, and may you be blessed by His word this morning, and you have a great day today. God bless you.